Hello, my name is Deval and welcome to the Flicksters. Today I'm going to talk about one thing and one thing only, and that is Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 5. So like I said, welcome to the Flicksters. We are a podcast, but today I'm doing a YouTube video in reaction to the epic Episode 5 of Game of Thrones. You can follow us on all social media. Pop our name in Google. Just pop in the Flicksters podcast and you will find us there. So today, oh my gosh, what an episode. I mean, Season 8, we knew it was going to be a banger. All the seasons have been bangers actually, but this season has been, it's a great season. We know everything's going to change. We know there's going to be lots of consequences. We know shit is going to go down. So let's go into it. So first of all, Khaleesi from the previous episode, she saw her friend, Miss Sunday, her head get chopped off. Oh damn, did I say spoilers? Well, I meant spoilers, so watch out for this one. So her head got chopped off and she's just in bits. She's not eating any food. She's not speaking to anyone. No one can get through to her. And she's just turning mad queen bit by bit. Lord Varys, he warned us of this. He actually warned her. He said he looks out for the realm. For him, the number one priority, his number one concern is the realm. He's not someone that's going to be motivated by power, by sex. Obviously not, because he's got no bits and bobs. So he's just looking for the realm, looking for the happiness and safety of all people. And he said to her, if there ever comes a time when I feel you are doing the wrong thing, I'm going to tell you face to face. And she said, well, boy, if that's the case, I'm going to burn you. So it looks like that's what went down. I felt really bad seeing Lord Varys go. He had a bit of a tear in his eye as well. And I kind of felt, that's when I realised Stormborn was like, she was going down. She was going down a hole that she couldn't get out of, And I don't know, I felt sorry for Lord Varys. I know Tyrion did as well. They had a little moment, it was me, I ratted you out. Lord Varys didn't even flinch. He was like, okay, all right, cool, let's get this done. But yeah, it's crazy. Tyrion, oh my gosh, Tyrion. He is one of my favourite characters. His moment when he found out his brother was captive because his brother Jaime was trying to get down to King's Landing to be with his sister, left Brienne, dickhead. So Tyrion went to go see him, went to free him, return the favour from a while back. And they had a really good moment. And that's, I think, for me, one of the strongest performances or couples, I would say, in Game of Thrones is when Jaime Lannister and Tyrion Lannister get together, because they've got a real brotherly bond. And obviously, Tyrion mentioned about how Jaime was always with him from when he was young. He's the reason why he made it through childhood. And that moment, you could feel the love, Out of everything that's happened, all the madness that Jaime's done, pushing kids off roofs, sleeping with his sister, king slaying, all that kind of stuff. I don't know, he's got a goodness inside him, but it's hard to come out when his sister's around. So, boring. But yeah, oh my gosh. Oh, the Iron Fleet. Let's just go straight into this battle now, because Euron Greyjoy, he's gangster. On the water, he's gangster. No one can touch him. We saw the way he killed Rhaegal last week. The arrow through the heart, or the neck, I should say, and through the heart. And he just killed that dragon. Anyone that he comes into conflict with on the sea, he usually wins. So when I saw him go like that, I was like, what's he looking at? And he saw, I think it was a good tactic. It was a really good tactic, because Khaleesi used the sun as a shield. So she came down through the sun, so they couldn't see her until the last minute, because the sun's right on top of them. Rather than coming at a 45-degree angle, she came at 180, right on top of them. So I think that's how this time she was able to, evade some of the arrows and have a bit more, advantage over the ships and the Scorpion, harpoons. But it was a great, it was a great, but brief naval battle between, the Air Force and the Navy. But yeah, oh my gosh, King's Landing. Oh my gosh, they came. For me, the battle in King's Landing was a great battle. I loved it. It was really well shot. The cinematography, the sound design, it was all really well done. But I think the thing for me that really tipped it was the bells, because Tyrion did say to Jaime when he helped them escape, get the bells to ring, because if the bells ring, then we're gonna save tens of thousands of people, and that's Tyrion's main aim. He doesn't want innocent people to die, and I think by this stage, Khaleesi was like, there are no innocents. It's about the next generation. So it was crazy the way Khaleesi rained fire. She rained fire like how Thanos was like, rain fire. She rained fire down on King's Landing. She didn't care if the bells were ringing. She was like, you guys are gone. That's it. Dracarys, everyone. That's what Miss Sunday said to her last week. Dracarys. And she rained down Dracarys. So boy, it was done. So she's going to be Queen of the Ashes, if she's Queen, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, Jaime and Euron Greyjoy, they had their little battle fighting for sister, girlfriend, queen, potential wife. I don't know what's going on. All we needed was Maury Povich to come and say, you are not the father to Euron Greyjoy. And that would have just maybe made him more angry, actually. But yeah, that battle, I kind of thought Euron Greyjoy had to win, because he's a better fighter and he's got more tools to fight with. But I guess, it's Game of Thrones. Jaime had to win and go on. But Euron Greyjoy went out like a gangster. He went out with a smile on his face, and he's probably gone to the drowned god. I don't know where they go, these Greyjoys. But yeah, another highlight for me was Arya and the Hound. They've got, do you know what? I would have really liked to see a spin-off. I know it's not going to happen, but if there was time to do a spin-off or prequel or whatever of them two, I like their relationship. They've got people think she looks soft. She looks like an innocent girl, but she's more deadly than him. And he looks hard. He's a grumpy dickhead, but he's got a soft side that I think not many people can see and can get to. So when they're together, it's a bit of a clash of personalities, clash of motivations, but then they bring each other's, I guess, dark side and light side out, which is a really good contrast for those two characters. So I like when they're together, and they're gangsters, both of them. So it was really touching to see how the Hound actually stopped Arya from going to her death. He almost took it for her and said, don't come any further, this is where you die. And he's willing to die. He's been twisted through his pursuit of vengeance, and he didn't want the same thing to happen to Arya, so I kind of respect him for that. And then, so Clegane Bowl, this is what we've all been waiting for. The Hound versus the Mountain. I love that scene when all the sort of roofs coming down, Dracarys is coming down on the city, and they're trying to protect Cersei as they're coming down the stairs. And then, obviously, I think the buildings sort of knock out a few of the guards, and they're left with about 3 or 4, including the Mountain. And they come across the Hound on the stairs, and he's so fixed on his brother, the Mountain, that he's like, all right, brother. First of all, he says, Your Grace. It's kind of like he's got a bit of respect for her or something. I don't know. He doesn't really care, but he's like, okay, Your Grace. And then he's like all over the Mountain. He's focused on her. They send down a couple of goons to try and stop him. He makes quick work of them. And then it's him and his brother. And even Qyburn says to the Mountain, stand by your queen. The queen says it too. He just looks at her. And he's like, in that look, he's like, F you. This is what I've wanted all my life. No matter what you've done to me, this is still me. So he's like, F you. He goes down, and even before he goes down, he grabs Qyburn and dashes him against the rock. Quite similar to what he'd done to the Dornish, actually. Martells, he'd done to Elia Martell's children, which is really, really sad, but he's done the same thing. It's like this guy's got his repeated sort of methods. Even the battle with him and his brother, which was really, really good, actually. I mean, oh my gosh, Sandor Clegane, the Hound, he was stabbing him, chopping him, everything, and he still wouldn't go down. The Mountain is like next level. And yeah, the Mountain tried to dig out the Hound's eyes, similar to what he'd done to Oberyn Martell. That's like his finishing off move, isn't it? Like Mortal Kombat, finish him. So that didn't work. And obviously they go down together in a blaze of glory, and it's kind of poetic that the Hound is willing to go down in the fire and kill himself and his brother. So that was really tragic. But yeah, just the whole decimation of King's Landing, I think, was really, really, really In a way, it was beautiful, but really tragic. When I say tragic, the fact that Khaleesi has now turned full on, like mad queen, and she's openly killing, innocents, like children, women, everyone. Like no one's getting left behind. She's killing everyone, everything. And it's that look that she had when the bells rang, and she kind of, I think that the madness took over her. And Lord Varys said, before, when Targaryens are born, flip a coin, who knows what you're going to get. All this time it was in her. So she just went crazy and she's burning everything. And that's what the Mad King said before Jaime stabbed him in the back. He said, burn them all. And that's what she probably thought in her head as well, burn them all. So the decimation was crazy. But then at the same time, it was the beauty in the fact that it's a transition from one regime to a potential new regime. And in all transitions of, great empires, there's always this big, change, and that's usually death, to be honest. Always happens. I mean, there was a moment where Arya Stark saw the lady that she was trying to protect, like, really badly, because she got them killed, and her daughter, and they were sort of ash together, like, those sort of ash statues in Pompeii. They were like embraced, and it was really, really sad. But what's going to happen next? What are your predictions? Let us know in the comments. What are your predictions? My predictions, I think Stormborn has laid her bed. I think Stormborn is definitely, she cannot be queen after this. She cannot be queen. If she looks herself in the mirror, she cannot say to herself she deserves to be queen after she's just killed tens of thousands of innocents. No way. Jon Snow, when they were down when they were battling against the Lannister army, I mean, he saw his own people, his own honourable northern men switching, killing innocents and about to rape them as well. He had to kill one of his own men. So I think he's seen that this is all wrong, and he put his sword away and he retreated. He was like, this is wrong. So I think the Targaryen, oh, then again, there's two of them now, isn't it? Yeah, so Stormborn and Jon Snow, Sansa Stark, Arya Stark, there's going to be some mad internal conflict going on there. And I think Arya Stark, the way we saw the decimation through her eyes, they made sure we saw that. So I think she's going to have a big part to play in what happens in the next episode, which I cannot wait for. But like I said, this is the Flixters podcast, doing a special YouTube video for you about Game of Thrones because it was so good. We'll do another one next week. Let us know your comments. Follow us, like, subscribe, and let's get this Game of Thrones shit popping. Peace out. See you next time.